Hey team, Major Foe here. Operation Aftermath, Commonwealth and France, turn 5, July 1938. We're a little cabobbled on the turns just because folks were away and we were trying to get things out as fast as possible. So Italy just went, so I updated the Commonwealth turn and get this uploaded today, and then it'll be Italy's turn again for turn 5. Okay, so one piece of housekeeping, but I'll show that in a second. I'll just do the tech rolls right now. We have 2 tech rolls. We're at stage 1 still in anti-submarine warfare. Got a +1. That's a 2. That's now a +2. The British tech program is disgusting. We'll try for long-range aircraft. And perfect. Um, that is a miss and a +1 on the next die roll. Okay, the bit of housekeeping there. Forgot to place the free airfield when I completed the railway here, so that's gone into Cape Town. Okay, on to purchases. UK has $16. They're gonna get 3 militia and 2 militia upgrades. That's $2 a piece. That's $10, and 2 infantry for $3 a piece. That's $6. So that's 16. FEC spending 9, 6 on a coastal artillery and 3 on an infantry, and ANZAC spending 7 of their $8, so they save a buck. All right, non-combat movement. The seaplane in Southwest Africa is moving to Cape Town. We now have 2 rail movements in Africa, so an infantry and a cavalry will go to Nubia, and the cavalry in Sudan will go to Nubia. The 2 transports in port and I-4 will move 1 space to I-5, 2 spaces to M8. There is a transport in port in Gibraltar, no change. No change over here. The seaplane in Northwest, or the Northern Territory, will move 1 to the Timor Sea, 2, that's P63, 2 to P60, 3 to P59, 4 to P50, and 5 into British Malaya. So there's now a seaplane there. And the 2 subs in A23 will move 1 to A22, 2 to A21, and 3 into A20. And 1 heavy cruiser out of that fleet, 1, 2, 3, will join them. So we've got a little bit there. I see the Germans starting to pile ships up around me, so I think I'll be more cautious and defensive than I could be. I think that's all the non-combat movements for the UK and Commonwealth. Change over there, so we'll go into placing of units. So obviously the seaplane's going to Sydney, no other place to go. The coastal artillery will go into British Malay, so there's 2 coastal artillery there. Infantry into Calcutta. We've got 2 infantry. 1 will go to Cape Town, the other will go to London. Okay. We have 2 militia upgrades. 1 will go to Lower Egypt, and 1 will go to Malta. Okay, we have 3 militia. 1's going to go to British Somaliland, 1's going to go to Nubia, and the other one will go to Lower Egypt. Okay, quick unit recap in Africa. There's 2 infantry and a militia in Lower Egypt. There's an infantry and a militia in Western Egypt. There's 3 cavalry and infantry and a militia in Nubia. Militia in British Somaliland. Militia and infantry in Aden. Cape Town has an infantry and a seaplane. Over here in the FEC, there's 2 infantry and an AA gun in Calcutta. There's a militia in Ceylon, 6 infantry, a militia, a seaplane, a Gurkha, an artillery, and a AAA gun with 2 coastal artillery in British Malaya. Sydney's got a seaplane, a militia, a motorized, a seaplane and a militia in Sydney, a motorized in Northern Territory, militia in North Island and South Island off New Zealand. They have the militia in Sarawak. They have an infantry in Hong Kong. Scrolling left. Torpedo boat destroyer, light carrier, fighter, and A-48. Gibraltar's got 2 infantry, a militia, and a medium bomber with 2 coastal artillery and a transport in port. Malta's got an infantry. Cyprus has a militia. M8 has 4 French subs, 1 torpedo boat destroyer, 1 light cruiser. 5 British destroyers, 2 light cruisers, 2 heavy cruisers, 2 battleships, a light carrier, and a fighter with 2 transports. A-20 has a heavy cruiser, 2 subs, a light cruiser, a tactical bomber, a British destroyer, and a torpedo boat destroyer. Militia in Ottawa, 3 infantry, a militia, an AA gun, an airborne, and a transport plane in London. Mountain Brigade in Scotland. And the fleet in A-23 is 2 transports, 2 destroyers, coastal defense ship, light cruiser, 2 heavy cruisers, battle cruiser, and a battleship. I think that is all the units. Pretty sure. Okay, on to collecting income. UK's got 16. FEC's got 8. ANZAC's got 5. So 16, 8, and 5 plus 1 is 6. Okay, on to France. France is at $10 right now. They have 1 tech roll for improved construction. They're at 11, so that goes to stage 2. France's tech program is already better than the United Kingdom's. Shocking. Okay, France has 10 bucks. They're gonna buy AAA gun and 2 infantry. So on to non-combat. There is a transport in southern France. It's gonna move 1 to M1, 2 to M3, 3 to A44. 1 second here. It's already in M1, my apologies. 1 to M2, 2 to A44, 3 to A35, 4 to A28, and 5 to A21, and it'll go in port in Normandy. The 2 infantry in southern France are going to move up into Paris. The tank destroyer in Paris will move up into Picardy. The militia in Alsace-Lorraine will move to southern France. And let me think here. 1 infantry from southern France will move to Picardy, or correction, from France will move to Picardy, leaving 4 infantry. Let me reverse that. I'll leave the militia in Alsace-Lorraine, and 1 Foreign Legion will go to southern France. So there's 2 infantry and a militia in Alsace-Lorraine. There's 1 Foreign Legion in southern France, 4 infantry, a fighter, and an artillery in France, in Paris, sorry. France, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry, 2 tank destroyers, and 2 motorized in Picardy. Transport import Normandy, 2 battleships, 3 destroyers, and a transport in A6. And I already said the fleet over in M8. Pretty sure that's all the French units. Okay, on to place units. France had $10. They saved 0, and they collect $10, so no change there. The AAA gun and 2 infantry will go into Paris. So there's now 6 infantry in Paris. AAA gun. The hitboxes on these things. A fighter and an artillery. And that will conclude the French turn. All right, I think that's everything. Oh, and they did have a medium bomber over in St. Pierre-Miquelon. All right, that concludes turn 5.5 and 6, I think, for Commonwealth and France. Thanks for watching.